Good afternoon. It is Friday, June 19th, 2020. I've celebrated this day for 39 years, and I wish everyone of every race, nation, and tribe a peaceful day. Often today, I find people want to put words into my mouth, want me to use a specific catchphrase, or to agree with their social or political position. We're often told that if we're real Christians, we must agree, not only with their position, but agree with how they have stated their opinion. Or somehow Jesus has just jumped off the cross and we've lost our salvation. Fortunately, faith and trust in Jesus Christ is not so fickle as that. There were many times in the life of Jesus when he had discussions with people who were not only disagreeing with him, they were generally kind of disagreeable people. After the triumphal Palm Sunday entry, after he had again cleansed the temple grounds, Matthew chapter 23, verses 35 to 40, in the New Living Translation, second edition, records an incident where they were trying to trap him. It says one of them, an expert in religious law, tried to trap him with this question: "Teacher, what is the most important commandment in the law of Moses?" Jesus replied, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commandments." Wow. Two commandments. Love God, love your neighbor. So incredibly simple and so awesomely complex. See, the disagreeable questioner thought, if I can get Jesus to say which of the 10 commandments is the most important, then we'll have all kinds of fodder for arguments and disagreements. Instead, Jesus just said, I love God and I love you. While it's easy to argue with someone who's trying to irritate you and someone who's trying to make you say he's really smart and you're kind of dumb, it's hard to argue with someone who is showing you and telling you, I love you. I want to share 3 quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who, by the way, was a Baptist preacher. Dr. King said, "Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend." Another time he said, "Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness." And then he said, "Nonviolence is absolute commitment to the way of love. Love is not emotional bash. It is not empty sentimentalism. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into the being of another." You see, loving God and loving our neighbor are the most important commands we have. All other opinions are secondary. Love God. Love yourself. Love your spouse. Love your kids. Love your family. Love your neighbor. Love your coworker. Selfishness is me saying, I'll only do what I want to do and only when I want to do it. Loving one another is thinking about the lives, feelings, and impact of my words and actions on others. Just as I do not want to grieve God by my sinful thoughts, words, and actions, I should not want to bring grief to my neighbor by hateful thoughts, careless words, or stupid actions. Be the loving, caring, consistent believer that God wants you to be. God bless you.